What's up, everybody? Brett Okamoto from ESPN. I'm joined today by UFC heavyweight title challenger Ciryl Gane, who takes on Derrick Lewis at UFC 265 in Houston that first week of August, and it will be for an interim championship. And Ciryl, this is kind of what we love about this sport, man. It's just different things come up at different times. You never know if you win a fight in Vegas and you're being asked questions of, are you going to wait? Are you going to sit around? Are you willing to go 6 months, 7 months without a fight, and then you turn around by the time you fly to Vegas, or I'm sorry, fly back to Paris, you've got a UFC title fight. I mean, can you just talk about what this experience has been like to come here, fight Alexander Volkov, and then before you know it, you got a title fight booked against Derrick Lewis?
It was a really really great memories because at first time we did very well against Volkov, and I'm really happy about this performance. And just arrived in Paris, we have the call from the UFC with the big news, and we say yes, let's go. Of course, yes, it's really close with the fight of Volkov, but my man, anyone, anywhere, like anytime.
So I saw you say that, like before the fight against Volkov, you were aware that if you beat him, your next fight would most likely be for a championship. That's right. Like you
Yes,
knew you were going
yes,
to title fight.
yes, exactly. The UFC sent a message, but it was not sure. It was a proposition like uh, doing well, and after we will see. And when you have the contract, it's okay. But before that, it's not really sure at 100%. So yes, but we knew that before the fight.
So did you know that, yes, you're getting a title fight. Hey, and by the way, it could be really, really soon, or you just knew that whenever your next fight was, it was going to be for a title?
No, no, no. We knew exactly the proposition because we knew the date, the opponent, and for why for the title. So
Wow.
yes, we knew all of this.
So when you get on that flight from Vegas to Paris and you're flying back, are you thinking to yourself, like, I might have to jump right back into camp? I hope I jump right back into camp. Like, are you just kind of waiting for news? Were you optimistic? Were you trying not to get your hopes up? How are you feeling, flying back and sort of waiting to see if that call came?
Uh, really healthy in my mind. Really healthy because I was injury free. So like I say every time with Fernand Lopez. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Every time, let's go. No matter the position or the weather, or no matter who is it, or no matter, let's go, let's go. So yes, just 1 month, but we took just 4 5 days to rest and really rest. I went to go out with my friend, with my family, something like that. And now we are really focused. I'm really healthy in my mind.
You have a baby girl coming soon.
Yes, for
What,
August. So I had a discussion with my wife. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, did that discussion come when you were still in Vegas, or did it come when the fight was actually offered to you when you were back in Paris?
No, normally the date is the end of August. So normally it's gonna be okay. The discussion I had the discussion after when I was face to face with her. That's normal because it was a big discussion. It was really serious, and I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky to have my girlfriend because she told me no worries about that. This is your job. This is a big opportunity. So stay focused on your goal and no worries. Don't worries about this. I got this. Yeah.
I mean, it's
So
very clear from what you're saying that you wanted it right away. You and Fernand, you're confident. But I always, when guys have these opportunities pop up, they're great opportunities. You want to take advantage of them. But at the same time, you put a lot into this sport. You've hours and hours and hours of in the gym. You've taken these fights, you've won them, and so now to have that finally that opportunity to fight for a UFC championship, and you got a baby coming, you got short notice, you got all these circumstances going into it. Does any part of you just like man, I mean, it's great that I'm fighting for a UFC title, but did it have to happen like this way?
at first time I was really like, okay, family first. Don't do this. Don't do this. Family first. But after I take my time, I sleep on it, and I talk with my team, and uh, and we found the solution if maybe this happening when I'm in Houston. So everything is clear on my head, in my mind. She make me really comfortable with the situation, and this is the biggest thing I can have to be cool to the okay of my wife. This is exactly what I'm waiting.
Hopefully the baby cooperates and she waits. But if she does go into labor, do you want her to tell you, or do you want to not know until after the fight?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't talk about this with her. I don't know exactly. I think I want to know. Yeah,
You want to know?
yeah. It's better to know this situation is everything is good for everybody, of course.
Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about that, and you can get back and welcome your beautiful baby daughter into the world. What do you think about the interim title itself? Does it have a lot of meaning to you? Do you feel like you're fighting for a UFC championship?
It's not exactly like the real belt, like because I think the champion is Francis Ngannou, and I want to say that no worries, the champion is Francis Ngannou, but of course this belt, this belt means something. Of course, it means something for me. For me, just to be more confident, maybe if I win in August against Derrick Lewis, and this is bring me something really better, and the money. And when you know what is my target, my goal is to take care of my family. So this is mean something for real.
Absolutely, yeah. How do you view Derrick Lewis as an opponent?
Comment tu considères, comment tu le vois comme adversaire? I think this guy is really smart. Some people like to say he's really not technical, he's not a smart guy or something like that. But yes, we know he's not well-rounded. We know that he don't have too much skills, but he have this, and he know it, and he have for real, and he know when he can use that, and he did very well at his former fight. So that's why this guy is really dangerous. So no, this is a real opponent.
How does he land it when you guys are dissecting it? The guy obviously has clear power, but power doesn't matter if you can't land the punch, right? When you've watched him and the knockouts that he's gotten, is he setting it up? Is he drawing guys in? What is the most dangerous part in terms of him landing the shot?
Oh no, because and I think this is my case. I can move very well. I'm really good. I got a footwork, so maybe this is gonna help me. I think I'm faster than him. So yes, I think it's gonna be complicated for him to touch me, but everything is possible, of course, and I'm gonna manage because for me it's like a little bit like Jairzinho. Jairzinho is a little bit the same. You have a little bit the same style, big punch, and when this guy touch you, you go down. So I don't know exactly what is gonna happen, but it's really interesting.
The goal is to be the UFC champion, right? The goal is to win the fight. But I have seen criticisms. I'm sure you've seen them too of your last two fights. They're like, man, this guy's not fun to watch, and I think people forget that you've had finishes already in your UFC career. You just happen to not get two finishes in your last two fights. But you did. You said that he's similar to Jairzinho. He's dangerous. You have to respect his power. Is there any part of you that thinks about, I hope that this fight can be entertaining, or do you not even think about that? Winning the title is one thing, but being popular in this sport is also important. Do you think about that at all, or do you just completely focus on, I have to do what I have to do to win this fight?
This is a good question. I'm a little bit, yes, it's better to win. It's better to have like this. But sometimes I like to think, yes, it's a good thing to make a show, a great show. That's why on my last fight against Volkov, I think you see that because you are a professional. I make more pressure on this guy, and everybody know this guy are really dangerous and really complicated to go head on him. But I did it. I touched him. Um, so yes, at the gym we work on it. We work on it. We want to make more show, more pressure, land more punch, more kicks, and to be safe also, because this is important. Against Derrick Lewis is going to be really important. I can win my fight, just my job, yes, of course, but we want to do more for the UFC, for Dana, for everybody, for the fan too. So yes, this is a really great question, but I'm really, it's a little bit shame because in boxing, when you have the guys like Mayweather, nobody, nobody say, yeah, this guy is boring or something like that. All the people, all the fans have real respect for this guy because he's undefeated. And maybe this is gonna happen maybe in the few time for me. But yes, for the moment, the people want to know if I can make a big show and big knockout. I don't know why. I did it a little bit, but that's okay.
What is it like training for Derrick Lewis? And it's I'm trying to picture it in my head. You know, when you're fighting somebody who's like an Alexander Volkov, you know, who's got different weapons, throws kicks, has got good variety of strikes. So you're training for that, you're preparing for that, you're sparring for that, and now you're preparing for Derrick Lewis, who you said you respect a lot. He's super dangerous, but he kind of only has one weapon. Like you telling like the sparring partners, like, hey, you can't throw anything but a right hand in sparring today. Like how do you try to like what is the preparation like for a guy who's super dangerous, but he's kind of limited in what he does?
My sparring partner come with his style and like he from boxing. So these guys are really technical, really. But sometime at some training, we ask him, yes, don't be too much technical. Please just do that. Just do that. And go to wrestle and do that again. So yeah, we did the balance with that because it's good to be technical because the guys are really technical in boxing. And that's really good to be sharp to have the eyes. And sometimes yes, go to the look like Derrick Lewis exactly that.
I mean, obviously, this fight is massive in your career. It's going to be a big fight. It's headlined in the UFC pay-per-view. I think it's impossible not to sort of look ahead though, because you win this fight. Now you're an interim champion. It's a unification bout against Francis Ngannou. You guys know each other. You both have a Paris, connections. What are your thoughts on that potentially being one fight away, where you and Francis fighting? You know it's going to be a huge heavyweight fight. Is it hard not to kind of think about that fight because we're all expecting it already at this point?
Um, I thinking about this fight when I signed with the UFC already. So the people think I'm not ready for this fight, but I'm ready from long time. And now this is maybe gonna happen, and this is beautiful. This is beautiful for me. This is beautiful for him, for my gym, MMA Factory, for my coach too, Fernand Lopez. That's really crazy when you're thinking about that. He started. He was born in a MMA Factory like me, so that's really crazy. And I think the fan waiting for this fight. I think not only in Paris or in France, everywhere in the world, because everybody knows the story, and I think the UFC too waiting for this fight. I think this is gonna be a big fight with a big pay-per-view for sure.
When was the first time you two met?
When I started the MMA, I started training the MMA in 2018, 2018. When I started the MMA, because he live already when I arrived in the MMA factory. He live already to live in Vegas, and he came back for the camp for over him, and I don't know who, another guy, another fight, and that's why we made a sparring.
So you were only kind of teammates for two of his fights then, I think, right? Overeem and then the Stipe fight, which happened very, very quickly after the Overeem fight. Is that it?
Je sais plus.
that was Stipe, and then that was
Derrick Lewis.
Lily and Curtis Blair. That's the three camp that you guys
Yeah.
trained together.
Okay.
So you were together for 3 camps.
Okay. 3 camps. Yeah. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
Sure, but how I guess how familiar are you with him? Like were you guys sparring every day? Were you working together every day? Like how close were you during that time?
We are not really close because Francis is this kind of guy. He don't have. He's not the guy really friendly with the people like that. And like I say, when I arrived in the MMA factory, he live already. Live in Vegas. So when he came back, I was a young guy. Like I don't have this level I have today. So I was just a young guy like that. You understand? And no, we don't. He's not. He's not a big friend. No. We are not close.
Yeah. Well, I know your coach Fernand Lopez is standing right there, and I want to know exactly. Give me the short version of, will this fight be emotional when you end up fighting Francis Ngannou because of the fact that he was there and then he left the team? And I know that Fernand has always shown him a lot of respect, but I also remember around that time Fernand was saying that he wasn't listening as much as he used to, that he wasn't showing up as regularly as he used to. And Fernand, feel free to jump in on this. I would just like to know, when you guys fight, will it be emotional? Will there be animosity, or will it be? What will the feeling be like between the two camps, knowing that he used to be there and then he left?
The question is for me or for Fernand Lopez?
It's for both of you. How will you feel, and then how will Fernand feel?
No, now me, I'm really prepared about that, and I know Fernand Lopez. Yeah, in the same team, it's going to be a little bit strange for him, of course, I think. And this is an emotional guy. This guy is really an emotional guy. He don't like to show to the people that you have too much emotion on this guy. And I think it's going to be something really crazy. Like I say, every people waiting for this fight. And I don't know what's he gonna.
Well, honestly, yeah, I will feel emotional like I did when Francis won the belt. I mean, I had a couple of friends of mine who asked me to come watch that title with me, the second title with Stipe, and I said no to everyone because I wanted to be alone because I didn't know what would happen to me, and I really felt that emotion, like I was really happy for him to win the belt, happy for Africa, and I was a little bit sad of the situation that the time that we spent together, and how the journey to get there, and I was a little bit sad to not be there and enjoy with him because. I mean, like I said again, if no matter if I don't appreciate the way the lifestyle of the person or how he behaves, I still he's still a good guy in the way that good fighter, and he improved a lot, and the Shrem Couture did a lot for him to get where he had. So I was a little bit emotional, but I think the day if that happened at the fight, I will be emotional too. Once again, even probably a little bit more. But what I've been telling to Ciryl is that I don't want him to get involved in the beef between Francis and I want him to be just like he's a good guy. I mean, like definitely a good guy, and I want him to be fresh in the head and just think this is a sport. I'm just going there to challenge for the belt. I don't have any beef with this guy, and that's it. I don't want him to get involved on that. That's it. I mean, that's what I have to say on this story.
For sure. But Ciryl, I got to ask you, because, one thing that you've shown is that you have a high level of composure. You stick to your game plan. You have a high fight IQ. But even if your coach says, don't let this go to your head, knowing how bad he wants it against this particular guy, will that put added pressure on you the day that you end up fighting Francis?
Je sais pas si t'avais compris exactement la question.
Il dit que, OK, d'accord,
jamais,
tu es tranquille, tu es cool et tout. Mais sachant que tu sais combien de fois je veux que tu gagnes et combien de fois je veux la ceinture, est-ce que ça ne va pas quand même t'affecter?
No pressure? No, because I'm really aware about that. And that's why today I can do what I did in the cage, because I was really aware about this situation. You see, I'm a young guy. I have a little experience, and I think this is my mind helped me to be great in the cage, and this has helped me because I'm not really stressed. I don't know why exactly, but I'm not really stressed. I'm confident. I improve in my gym, and yes. So maybe tomorrow, if Francis and me gonna fight, I'm gonna do the fight like my former fight. It's just a fight for me. It's my sport, and I look this like a sport. I'm not like because some fighters are really hungry before the fight or something like that. I'm really not like that. I can smile just before the fight when I do my entrance in the cage. So no, I'm okay. So I don't have too much emotion. I don't have too much pressure with this situation. No.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.